incredibly special to be here at Jane Austen's house, where she was so happy and where she wrote, or certainly finished, all of her novels. Special is how it feels. And for me, making this film is like a labour of love. I think she is one of our greatest writers.
And she arrives in Chawton, 7th of July 1809, great historical moment. About 2 weeks later, she actually writes in her diary, "I'm able to go back to writing, I feel secure." And that is an absolutely pivotal moment for her as a novelist, and I suspect therefore for English literature generally. This is the only silhouette that exists by Wellings, a late 18th century silhouettist, of Edward being presented to his adoptive parents. So we have George and Cassandra Austen, Thomas and Catherine Knight. Edward, by inheriting and giving her a house here in Chawton, gave her stability, and stability gave her that creative urge.
I'm sure all writers say we're all observers. I mean, all people are observers, let's be honest. But some people are just more brilliant at observing than others, let's put it that way. And I'm sure every writer will say they're an observer, but they just can't write as well or observe as well as Jane Austen.
Jane Austen is a pioneer. What she achieved in her life, that's why I think my generation really needs to know more about her, to be inspired by her.
Well, that was the BBC's adaptation in 1995 with Colin Firth and Jennifer Ellie. I just wrote this piece with certain thoughts in my mind, one of which was the theme of the book, and it was going to be about really the role of women in this society. And in a way, one of the underlying things is that a woman to be in society must be married. Therefore, the chief impetus of the book, is to get them married. And therefore, I saw it as a kind of hunt. A hunting piece, and that you would have a sort of rump, like as if you were on a hunt with whooping horns from the fox hunt and so on, that it was going to be this sort of chase, and it was never going to stop.
I just find it, thank goodness Carl had done the series for us. We benefited on the stage tour we did in all the major towns. Every time it was on television, and we opened, say on a Sunday night, we opened somewhere on a Monday and we'd be packed out because of the episode on the Sunday night.
But I think it's amazingly important that we have a woman writer who genuinely is the best at her craft that we have and stands up against any of the men as being as good in an area where gender shouldn't matter, but occasionally does.
And now she's really a worldwide industry. I don't know what she'd think of that. But let's not forget what she must have gone through as a woman just to write the novels. And then the courage she must have found within herself to publish. And as we know, she published anonymously. I want to celebrate this 200th anniversary and the ones that are coming up for the publication of her other novels. But let's not forget how much it cost her and how much that means to us now.